Do you think that Nigerian men not want independent women?
I feel like they want independent women,
But
when it's favoring them. Some men are shameless. If a man says he doesn't deserve it, he does not deserve it. Run.
he's doing something that he knows that he knows that I don't deserve this woman.
It's crazy. Then on my birthday, right, he literally said, do a wish list. I said I don't want to do wish list because if they don't buy it, I'll cry. He said no, do a wish list. I'll do wish list. And I said to this nigga, and then
I'm scared of the idea.
I got even me, I'm at ashamed. At ashamed. So I was dressed up. The way I'm dressed like this, I was dressed up that day. By 11 a.m. I was ready. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m.
You're still dressed.
I was still dressed, waiting for my nigga.
He didn't come.
He did not come.
Wait
now. You guys should wait.
He disappoints me.
Wait first. No.
That's what she said.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of That's What She Said. My name is Teniola Aladese. I'm a Nigerian actor and producer, and I will be your host today. Now, today's topic is wallets and power. Can economic independence unlock female leadership for Nigerian women? And in the studio with me today, I have two beautiful ladies I'm looking forward to, gisting with. We're supposed to be gisting a lot. But I'll allow them to introduce themselves. Why don't we start with you?
Okay, hi guys. My name is Nnena Gold, and I'm an actor, a radio presenter, producer as well, and also a 9 to 5. We do that as well.
Multiple sources of income.
Of course, very important. I love gisting with my friends a lot. Talking about a lot of things. Having to laugh.
I love
and just free up those things you don't get to say all the time.
time.
Yeah, so we just have that time. We'll go out, hang out, talk, drink, gist, and all of that.
I'm here for it. I love it as well.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay, what about you?
Oh, hi. My name is Veronica Aduoga. I am a YouTuber. I'm a model. I'm a content creator, and I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
Do you think that Nigerian women actually believe in economic independence, or do you think that they are still the mindset of a man should provide is still dominant?
Okay, so personally, I still feel like a man should provide. Hey! There is absolutely no way I am. If I've not had a boyfriend for since 2023. But there's no way I'm saying, oh, I want to have a boyfriend, or I want to have a husband. And then I will make sure that that it is your responsibility to provide. But I feel like where they go wrong is where it's oh, the man should provide, take care of me. I'm a princess, I'm in my soft girl era, I'm in my feminine era. So you're not working, you're not doing anything. You're listening to Sprinkle and Say That Budge every freaking day. And it's crazy because I love Sprinkle. I love Say That, but I feel like they cannot be wrong 100%. Do you understand? But it's just you pick what you need. You pick what's going to impact you, work for you. Do you understand? Another thing also that I feel like is affecting Nigerian women is the fact that there are no jobs in the country. I feel like Nigerian women are very hardworking. You go on TikTok, you see that they are trying to create content because it's that's the only thing that is available to us. Do you understand? So they are trying. It's not like they are not trying. Okay, and then you come and tell them, go and learn a skill, start a business, start something. I'm trying to start a business. I don't even have capital. When I got the capital, okay, marketing and call. Where am I supposed? Do you understand?
Yes.
There's a lot that comes with, running a business. You could use everything that you have to start up a business, and you don't even have money to promote it. And then 3 months, you're not making any sale. In situations like this now, will you come and tell the girl that she's not hardworking. Or that she's just sitting down in a father's house and expecting a man to, yes, pay my bills. Pay my bills. I'm trying. No, for real. I'm trying. Do you understand? It's not easy. And I'm not saying that they are not girls that don't want to work. Obviously, there are. They're really gullible girls that sit on their phones every day and listen to Sprinkle.
So issue with Sprinkle.
It annoys me. It annoys me, especially when she's wear like an abaya, cover up, don't do this, don't do whatever. Then look for a club that has, rich men. Go and sit down, make sure you do some
down
type
and
of
do
things,
hard
and
stuff.
just so that you get a man, like all that hard work to get a man, it irritates me. Like no,
pick me.
no, definitely it
Right.
is. It is. It's just pick me. And then at the end of the day, like they don't give you basketballs, like one slap, one blow, one wig. Like your eye, one blow, one wig. It's crazy because in situations like that, now you will not be able to defend yourself. You'll not be able to like say, or like you don't even have anything to fall back to. So you might not be able to leave, situations, in situations like that.
So many women. So
Yeah,
many
it's
in that predicament.
crazy.
Because they have nothing to fall back off of. Stay relationships that
Yeah.
are abusive.
Yeah.
Physically, emotionally.
Yeah, true. That's the reality, honestly.
But I feel like, well, first of all, it's in the Bible. Yes, men are supposed to be providers. But I feel like a lot of women, Nigerian women right now, trust me, we're doing a lot.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I agree.
We're doing a lot. And it's happy to see. I'm happy to see it.
happy to
I know that, yes, so there are still few of them, like you said, that are just relaxed and all of that. But I don't know, but I feel like there are more women who are working hard right now
Yeah.
than even some men. And I can tell you for a fact that there are men who even want their women to be providers.
what are
There's this trend that's been happening recently where I think some girls will gather, guys will say, okay, how do they even do that thing? A woman, she's a 10, but she doesn't do this hair. There was one I watched. The lady said she's a 10, but she's a provider.
All the men sat down.
All the men sat down.
Oh, God.
I said, oh, wow. So you people like to be provided for. But when I tell you to do something for me, you complain. You have a problem with it. But you are sitting down. Nah, stand up from there.
Better run.
Move left.
Run now.
I was like, what I would say? Because at the end of the day, no matter how you try, even if as men you're supposed to be providers, you can't tell me that. I was asking my friend, I was like, as you are now, let me just say you have a girlfriend, you meet somebody, a woman now that is nice, that loves you, she has money, and she tells you, oh, don't worry, I'm going to take care of you, I'm going to settle your bills, I'm going to do. Won't you agree? Even if you don't agree totally, but won't you, think, for you to even want to think about it, that means you have it in your
Of
head.
course. I was
I have something similar. And if your husband, your partner tells you today that, see you, I want to be a stay-at-home husband. You foot all the bills. Carry all the. Will you do it? Will you agree?
absolutely not. It's not even
Terry, we'll never think about it.
No. There are some things that are already registered in my subconscious that no, I can never settle for. I don't know. No. I should provide for a
Why?
man.
Why now? That's not the reason.
I should,
She's so shocked by this. I should provide for
I
you.
should provide for Is that okay?
Even if I would do that, you must have, done something.
Yes,
So
that
that for me
maybe you are the provider and then maybe something happens to your
Nothing happened. He just wants to be a stay-at-home father. Just say no.
provide.
I won't say. I said, so see, you not sound somehow.
Yes, but
Just sit down.
But then, you know what's crazy to me is yesterday I was on TikTok and I was watching a Vox Pop. This lady, she was on the street and she was asking guys that, okay, if you were to be a lady for a day, what would you do? All the guys said they would do olosho.
Can you imagine?
They will do prostitution. They will look for sugar daddies. They will stack up. I'm like, oh, like you guys are just jealous of the fact that you cannot be that. All along, they were just jealous.
But they'll be bashing women on Instagram that they are doing those. So that's what they want to do.
Buy one canal.
They'll buy with them in the comments.
Yes.
You say,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Yes.
They are wishing it on them.
They are wishing, yeah, exactly. They're just jealous that they are not us, that they don't have that privilege. And it's crazy because they actually do, like, there are men that do men. Look for them and
Stop it.
I mean, if you want to be on the low show so bad, the opportunities are there.
I know,
Maybe they're not getting the opportunity. Maybe that's why they're
Exactly. That's another thing. That's another thing. Because even ladies that, I don't know, are we supposed to be talking about? Even ladies that are doing a low show. Like, even ladies that are doing a low show. Like, for them to listen to Sprinkle and go and look for maybe eye fitness or like expensive restaurants, expensive clubs. Sometimes they'll go there for like 1 month straight. No man will approach them. This hustle is hard. It's hard. So instead of doing that, hey.
I swear, it was actually very hard.
go home and eat food.
It's first, so you need to think.
Eat. There's food at home. Don't worry. Leave the shame. There is no. Oh my God. There is no shame. At first, right? At first, I'm like, if I stop working and I sit at home, my mom is feeding me, I'll be so ashamed that I'm done with university and I cannot. Oh man, now, mommy, food done. Because for real, like I feel like at the end of the day, it's all in your mind. And at the end, sometimes also it's not because they really want to do anything with the money. They just want to compete, with maybe their fellow girls or like, just show that
You know what? Since we're here now, in our society these days, I feel like sugar baby culture is glamorized.
it is.
What do you think of that?
Let me laugh first. First of all, there's nothing wrong in it being a sugar baby, if you ask me. But it's, in a way, it's better if you are your own sugar and your own sugar baby.
Period.
Because, see, there are some men that the only thing they have to offer is money.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me just say in a relationship, for instance, let me not even go into marriage. The only thing they have to offer is money. And it would now give them that power
Yeah,
over you.
Of course.
So now they lack emotions. They don't know how to. The only thing they just tell you, and the only thing they'll tell you, maybe when you complain that you don't call me,
Yeah.
you're not showing up. I call you for something, you're not. They'll be like, but I gave you money.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I'm
If you
taking
ask
care
me
of
for
you.
money,
It's a way to control women.
Yes, it is.
but if you as a woman who is in that relationship, you don't have anything. You know that everything you want is from that man. You want to buy pad, you ask him. You want to buy pants. Baby this, baby up, baby left, baby right.
You can't question your provider.
No, you can't. You
But if you
can't.
have your own little money, you need to
Yes.
save it from
Money stops
It
nonsense.
does 100%.
Before you talk one, I've spoken 100. Nah, get us from here. Don't talk to me like that. You're not, because I feel like in a relationship, right, it works both ways.
It does.
If you do for me, I do for you. Right? But then again, being a sugar baby is fine. I know that, yes, so there are men who are very lovely providers.
Yes.
They would provide everything, even if you have your own money.
Yes, of
bring,
course.
come, bring, give me.
Before
give me.
uncle.
But then there are some that it will get into their head.
Yeah.
Right? And it will be very easy. And like some men actually fear women who have money.
No, 100%.
Because they feel like they feel like I don't have anything against you. I don't have anything to hold you and say that if you talk left, I can hold you back and say yes. You're talking left means I want to talk right. I can tell you, I can speak to you because you don't expect me. So the reason why some women are managing and they just come online and you feel like everything is going on is because they do not have anything else on their, and
Yeah.
it's very, I don't know.
This
Yes,
thing she
if
just
you
said
ask
it.
me,
They're
without
not financially independent.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's just, even if my husband is the president of this country, I will have my own
You
five.
have
I don't,
to.
even if it's a shop I have in front of my house.
You have to.
It's my money.
Yeah.
I'm working for it. I'm not saying, I'm praying for anything negative to happen. But like they say, change is constant.
Yeah, of course.
So anything can happen at any goddamn
Given
time.
place.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't, if by the time you think of, okay, I have something to fall back on,
Yes.
Then you don't put up.
it's already a confidence booster.
Yes, it is. It is
It's
definitely.
100%.
It is already
You
a
won't take
confidence.
nonsense.
You can't take no. It's
There are some
Yeah.
things you cannot tell me because I know I'm providing for myself. I can
Exactly.
provide for myself.
Of course.
Just because you are providing for me does not mean I can't provide for myself.
I remember like I think it was in June. My birthday was in June, right? I was talking to this guy. In my head, I'm like, okay, it's been a while I dated. Let me even go back into this dating pool. And then I started talking to this guy. I think it was in April, May, June. Hey, it's crazy because like I think on my birthday, right? I feel like all the while we were talking, he would always be like, I don't think I deserve it. Like every single time I open my mouth and I'm like maybe giving advice or like we're just having a conversation, oh, I don't think I deserve you. And then I used to think all of that, was just a joke or like maybe a compliment. But to be very honest, if a man says he doesn't deserve it, he does not. It run.
He's doing something that he knows that he knows that I don't deserve this woman.
It's crazy. Then on my birthday, right? I said because I do YouTube, I'm trying so hard to like be a big YouTuber. And then I was like, on my birthday wish list, he literally said, do a wish list. I said I don't want to do wish list because if they don't buy it, I'll cry. They said no,
Hello.
do a wish list. I'll do wish list. And I sent to this nigga. And then
I'm scared of the idea.
hi God, even me, I'm at a shame. And at a shame. No, it wasn't that bad. So I did
yourself.
I did my wish list and I sent to this nigga. Like, he was like, oh, I was like, okay, what can you afford? That was I asked, like, what can you afford? He was like, no, put everything that you need, put it there. I'm like, "Ah, no problem. I put everything. No, he was like, you do not put wig, put perfume.
Ah.
I put everything. My birthday like this, I was telling my mom, I was telling my sisters, like, a lot is coming from. Like, I was so happy. I was so.
Let me say your wife.
I was over the moon. So like we are supposed to go out like from 11, No, I was supposed to have a slumber party with my friends. I had the money, I had everything. I wanted to like throw a party with my friends. He was like, no, that he really wants to spend the day with me, that I should not, go out with my friends. I'm like, okay, cool. I canceled my party. Like my potential boyfriend, Let me.
Wow, I love the hope.
You see, you are throwing away your girls because of you see why I don't like you. See why I don't like
I did that. I can't believe I did that. So I'm like, yeah, no more slumber party for what? Let me go and hang out with my nigga. So I was dressed up. The way I'm dressed like this, I was dressed up that day. By 11 a.m. I was ready. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m.
You're still dressed.
I was still dressed, waiting for my nigga.
You didn't come.
He did not come. Wait now. You guys should wait.
He disappoints me.
Wait first. No,
Do you think that Nigerian men not want independent women?
they do not. I feel like they want independent women,
But
when it's favoring them. Some men are shameless. So some men are very shameless. Am I talking too much?
please talk. I like to hear G.
Some men are very shameless. Like she said earlier, some men actually want women to provide for them. They want to sit at home and have a woman provide. Example is like he's gay. He's
Gege.
You don't know who is gay. You don't know who is gay.
Well, like, tell me now.
Gege versus Cider Budge on TikTok.
like?
You don't know the competition. Okay, Cider Budge is of the opinion that men should provide for women, right? And then Gege is of the opinion that women should provide for men. Men should not give women a dime. All of that. So people like Gege now, of course, they want women to provide for them. But now, the part where they would now, feel really bad that a woman is doing well is when she's doing well and like doing well for herself and like not involving them.
Them, yes.
Like they're not reaping.
Yes. So there is
Something like it benefits.
exactly. So there's like a double standards. They're like, you want me to have it all only when I'm giving it to you. Like you're very shameless.
But there are some men that actually like that. But I don't. It's very hard for you to come across a man who will be happy that his wife or his girlfriend or his woman is doing way better than him.
That's it. They want you to do well,
Do you
but not
understand?
better.
Yes, that's
they
another
never
point.
want you
Yes,
to do
but no,
better than them.
it's not all of them. But I still stand on the fact that if I've met someone who openly told me that I mean, asking out and all of that, we got a date and all of that, and he said, when I said, I'm into media, I didn't really go into whether I'm radio or TV, and he goes ahead to say media. No, I beg you go to bully me for house. I don't understand. I'm like, I don't understand. From where to where? What do you mean bully you? Like, you be speaking English and you don't want to listen to me. You want to, always, speak up when I do. I'm like, do you plan? I'm like,
Do you plan to bully me?
don't worry.
You don't want me to speak up?
Don't let me just be going to my house. Because what do you mean by that? Now he's already intimidated. I don't even have so much money like that though.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Now for him to feel that way, now imagine if he now finds out that okay, maybe he meets someone who is well to do, who is doing so well for herself and comes in a car. Imagine how that means there's some men who actually go for women who do not even maybe their last bus stop is maybe secondary school.
Yeah.
If the ones that even go to university, go for the ones that went to polytechnic.
Yes.
That is it, because they feel like you don't have anything. They want to ride on you. They want to, do everything. They just feel like everything, anything negativity, they can put on you because they feel like, and most men, if you have money as a woman, when you're in a relationship, you know that I genuinely love this person, not because of what he's doing for me.
He can provide.
So when you meet those kind of people that who see that, okay, this person is actually, taking care of herself. Before I came into your life, you were doing well.
Yeah.
You understand? They feel like, this one, I'm not really sure.
So do you feel as though Nigerian men feel like they're not needed when they can't provide for a woman?
I've actually been in a relationship where he was a very nice guy.
But
I say both. But whenever maybe I tell him that today that I want to get this tripod, And I mean something expensive. I don't mean maybe something of like 2K. I mean something like, say, 100K, 200K. The moment he finds out that he's not the one that got it for me,
It becomes a problem.
he's not happy.
Yeah.
And the only thing I couldn't make of that was, I was like, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing?
Exactly.
Now, maybe when I tell him that maybe I need something that is like 200K, and I don't tell him like, okay, if it's something I need now, or no, if it's something I need next week, I'll tell him now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, maybe in case he has other plans.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't do it at that next week and he finds out that you've
did
gotten it,
regardless, yeah.
he calls me and like, what's that supposed to mean now? Doesn't mean he cannot provide for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It hurts that
I
ego.
saved up for this thing,
Yeah.
or I had somebody else get it for me. I have an elder brother, I have my parents. Even if I don't get it immediately, by the time I collect from here, I will get
Yeah.
it. But he did not like
Did
it.
not like that.
He was not comfortable with it. So I was like, so what is your point? Is this a good thing or is this I had to ask him, like, so, you know, in the normal grounds, like, why is it that you get angry when I ask you for something and you don't come through and I do it? I don't do it because I'm trying to make you feel some type of way. I mean, I've even saved you whatever stress
Exactly.
you want to. So why do you have it? It's like, that he just wants to feel like a man.
Exactly. And it's the same. That's exactly how I felt when my brother-in-law got me that camera and that guy was not happy with it. I'm like, but you're supposed to be happy.
Yeah.
Like, I've saved you like close to 1 million naira. Please, it's just
I
their
feel like it's
ego.
a means of manipulation.
Yes, they just want to be up there. They just want a social whereby they can bring you down whenever they feel like it. Because you can't tell me that you do something to me right now and I'm able to leave and tell you, oh, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore. But by the time, the only thing they can easily say or come out of their mouths is, let me see where you're going to get, who is going to be taking care of you. That is the only thing. It's just very few of them that would not mention that. And it's just very few men who are, you know, comfortable enough or who would actually stand. And let me not lie, some of these men, they're looking for women who have money as well. Yes, now, just still looking
I
for
agree. There are some men that are leeches.
Yes, they are looking for women who have money as well. Because they'll still tell you that dates women who have money. Dates women. There was a particular post I saw, and the guy goes ahead to say, I want to get married to somebody who maybe when my wife is speaking, you know, be like, now my wife be that, you know. There's some people that actually love stuff like that, but there's some people that not even some, most of them, they're not comfortable with it because it's only money that is their power.
Yeah.
It is only their money. Money equates power for them.
For them.
And if they do not have that money, and that's why most of them, they leave every other thing that makes up a relationship. They leave the communication, they leave the emotional intelligence, they leave the comprehension. Is, you know, when you communicate, another thing is to comprehend.
Yes.
Because I can just be talking to you, but you're not comprehending. You're just saying, okay, yes, but you don't understand what I'm saying. Now they lack all these other things, all these qualities that make up a relationship. They just feel like money is the only
End all and be all. That's all they bring.
Yes, that is just, and it's not actually good. So that's why I feel like it has actually made women who just, you know, going through a lot in a relationship and they don't have anything to fall back on. You know, they just keep staying there.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you ask them, why are you still in this relationship? Leave now. They'll be like, you don't understand. Only them. Understand how it is for them. And you know, most of these people, they're even taking care of the girl's family.
Yes. That
The
happens
brother,
a lot.
the sister,
That happens
they
a
are
lot.
paying school fees.
They are the ones that
They
are
are
paying
doing-
school fees and sending them to
If
school.
the sister is sick,
The person in the situation doesn't feel like they can leave.
Yeah, I understand.
that
Okay.
is it. And they don't even want, sorry dear, they don't even want to even put you, it maybe help you do something that would bring in money for you.
Yeah.
They just like that power.
It's a means of controlling.
Yes.
Sometimes their parents are even a problem. The parents of the girl is a problem because they'll even tell you, they give us money,
no, you
make
can't
just
Yeah, just lay there.
Why?
Anything that happens, don't worry. He's testing you. It's okay.
You're testing us how? I will punch you.
Did you guys ever watch Blood Sisters? The Ebony Life one.
yes.
Remember that conversation? Uche Jumbo's character and Inidima Okoje's character, where she told her mother that this man beats me.
Yeah.
And she said, what did you do?
Oof.
That was the question. And
That was
that's it. It's not far-fetched. It happens in our society.
Of course it
They're like,
does.
what did he beat you to sleep? Maybe he gave you one slap. That's what she said in the thing. She said, Macau, because of one slap, you want to leave.
You want to leave.
When he's taking care of the family.
Care of the family. I have a story. I have a cousin of mine that had her mom and dad. They were how do I put it? They were a very okay family, you know, average family. You know, they had everything going on, working for them. Now, this man used to be the woman. You know, she was there because her because of the children. They have 3 children as at that time. The man there was a point where my cousin would come back from school and, she would see where the father has beaten up the mother. The mother is on the floor crying and shouting. And the girl is like, well, why are you still in this state? She's like, because of you people. And there are some uncles, these village traditional men that lack as a simple understanding of how things are supposed to work. Be like, hey, it's marriage. You're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be. That's why he's your husband. You don't leave marriage like that. I was there with my brother. And my brother was just looking at it like, these people, what are they saying? What are people saying? This woman had serious bruises at her back. And when she finally left, she she called my brother and her children as well. And sat down and say she was even talking to Reed. You say, please have your own money. You've seen what I went through.
And we honestly need people to be able to talk to us, friends, family. I remember this was maybe 2-3 months ago. I went out with my friends, Ebenezer and Chai. And we went to Boho, the club. We left Boho. We probably stayed for maybe 14 minutes at the most. We left the club and we thought of having breakfast. This was at like 2 a.m. We walked to cafeteria where our cars were parked. And as we were there, trying to debate, should we not, we saw a car was like reversing out. They had stopped by the gates. And this guy, I thought it was 2 guys fighting inside the car. Apparently it was a guy and a babe. This guy was in the driver's seat. The babe was in the passenger seat. And this guy punched her.
Damn.
Like, we saw it. It's not that they told me. We saw it. Abby was trying to, because security guards were beside them, trying to calm things down. Abby wanted to enter into the conversation and she was trying to, but she's a public figure. Her father is, it's a lot. So we were also trying to hold her that calm down before something else happens. But the point is, security men were saying, even when they came to park the car, things were already heated. He was shouting at her and she was talking back, but they went to the club. The next thing they came back, the same thing happened. This is where my issue was. He drove that car away. She was still in the car. Like, he had stopped punching her there because she legit turned to us. She was inside the car. She turned to us and she went, he punched me. Wow. She was in shock. But my own is, she was still in that car. Like, she didn't come down and say, I'm not going with you. She still followed him. And I had an issue with that. Yeah. I mean, we couldn't do anything in the moment, but sometimes we are our own problem.
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
So my next question would be, what does soft life mean to you? Because soft life means different things to different people.
Yeah.
For me, it's, I like to be happy. I want to travel the world. Yeah. A man doesn't need to be in the picture, but I would like love at some point.
Yeah,
of course. But soft life for me is doing what I love, the career that I love doing, making an insane amount of money from doing is being able to there was something I realized recently, say a couple of weeks ago. There were certain things I had been paying for that I didn't need to think about. In the past. My friends have told me I'm selfish with myself. They go, you can do this. You are making a decent amount of money, but you think, okay, no, let me just save it. But they're just like, sometimes spoil yourself. You're making a decent amount of money. Spoil yourself sometimes. So recently, I started realizing that even though, like, there were some times where I wasn't making great money, even when I was making decent money, I still needed to think about what I was spending money on. I will make a list of, okay, I can pay for this one now. I can't pay for this one now. Maybe I'll pay in 2 months' time, or I'll buy this in 2 months. In the last couple of weeks, I've realized I haven't needed to think about that. That's a soft life for me. Because I've just thought, okay, I need a new vanity that's red, and I will just send it to my ass guy in Lekki Arts Market. I need to pay for this. I'll just forward it. I haven't had to think about it. It's such a blessing, to be honest.
Yes, it
but
is.
the point is, I wasn't there a couple of years ago, but that is what soft life means to me. So what does soft life mean for you?
If you ask me, okay, say 2019, 2018, I think, at that point, if you tell me to buy a bag of 10,000 naira, I'll say, why? What's the reason for doing that? But right now, it's cheap, 10,000 naira. Wow, let's buy it. Let's buy it, and that is very, like you said, I like I said, one of my hobbies is traveling. I've not started traveling, but I know I will. How it's going to happen, I don't know. But you are traveling, it will travel. I don't worry, we're going to travel. So soft, and it's being able to have whatever it is I want. I maybe I see something online, even if I have to think about how to get it. I might not get it immediately, but I know that maybe within this time, I will be able to get this particular thing, even if it goes up from the price. But I don't want a situation whereby I'll not start thinking of, how will I tell this man now? that I want to buy this thing. No, before I would think of them, I'll think of, myself. Can I get it?
Yes.
Now, before I even ask a man for anything, I'll be sure that I can get it myself.
Yes.
So even if you disappoint me, I'll not come and start telling you that you cannot do anything for me.
Yes.
No, I don't want to be in that kind of situation. Whatever it is you're doing, for let it be a plus to me.
Yeah.
I will think of myself, or maybe think of my father, my mother, and my brother especially. He doesn't joke with me, so I'll go to him first, and I'll tell him that okay, this is what I want to.
Yeah.
If he tells me I may not get him, he will tell me okay, just give me 1 week, and I'll do this for you. So if you, as maybe my boyfriend or as a man at that point who likes me and all of that, and I ask you for something, and you just tell me, I cannot do it, or I'll not feel like, oh, you're disappointing me. No, I won't feel that way. No, I come to you with that. I even if I even ask you, you should even be happy that I'm doing that. No, soft life is just being able to afford what you want, having peace all round and not having to think so much or just stress so much that how will this thing work now? How will I do it? In as much as we try, as we as human beings, we try to listen to listen to your instincts, because most of the time is always right. Let's not lie. But then again, if I have, let me say, the last money in my account now is 10,000 naira. Okay. For me, I love clothes a lot.
Okay.
Right? My friends will say, go to instead of go to eat, she will buy clothes.
No.
That's how I have. But then it doesn't always happen like that, especially when I know that if I spend this particular money now on these clothes, before I send that money is like next 2 weeks. Let me relax.
Yeah.
But that has, it has shaping me a little. But still, when I buy that, if I have that 10,000 naira, that thing I want to buy is 9,500. Sometimes I still used to buy it. Let me know why. It's not the only and I feel joy.
Me too, I feel joy. Just I go chop Gary. There are so many times. I will send the money. I will send like 150k, and then there's only 2,000 naira left. I said, there's Gary. There's Gary at home.
What's there? Is I have Gary, I have sugar, I have milk. The milk service is even an extra. But then again, I would, because I just feel like I've already pictured myself in that clothes.
Yeah.
I already pictured myself on how to wear it. Where I want to wear it. So I'm going to step into the place. I want to wear it like this. Hey God, oh my Lord. I want to it is gone now.
Veronica, what about you?
It's okay, Corey. Oh my gosh, like contrary to what you guys have said, I don't buy clothes that much. It's the food.
You
that
can
I
make your
buy.
clothes, that's why. You say
It's true actually. So like she said, if I had like 10k and the food costs like 10,500, I will borrow that 500. I will buy that food. I don't like, let me go naked, but let me just eat. That's that for me. I did not even know my parents were struggling. I feel like at some point in my life, I was even blaming my parents, for not giving me certain privileges. But then now I'm 23, and I think I realized when I was around 21 or 22 that these people are also trying. Like, it's not easy out here. So yeah, my environment, the place we live, how confined it is, because I still live there. I just did not think that a time will come where I'll be sitting down with you.
This work is too much. but something you said about our parents struggling and us not even knowing, I could relate to that so much, because I remember in university at some point, even in secondary school, one time my sister paid my school fees, but in university when my parents were struggling, I didn't know my parents were struggling, but my sister paid my school fees. The Covenant University, to pay Covenant University school fees is not being,
It's not.
and she was the one that was paying like year after year on behalf of my parents.
Wow.
But like nobody would know that.
Nobody would know.
But yeah,
Traditionally, over time, we've always felt like, as a man, right, you, even if you don't have money, you have power. Right. But as a woman, for you to have that power, a certain level of power, you need to have money.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So when I got to the topic, I was like, yes, this is it. And for me, it's my personal experience has actually shaped me into what I am today, part of what I am today, and has made me realize that no matter what we do, no matter how things, we feel like, because there's some spaces you enter and without even saying a word, you just feel like, okay, you're being intimidated, especially when it's a place filled with men, right? They just indirectly let you know that you're not supposed to be here, right? So over time, as someone who has been or who is still in the media space, right? I used to have this very laid back, how do I put it, response to everything. Sometimes I feel like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Not because I know I can't. Not because I know I can, but because I feel like maybe if I do it, they'll feel like, what are you doing? You're a woman. You're not supposed to be here. Now, as an actor, right, and someone who is, still coming up to be an actor. I've been in a situation where, you know, a director would tell me, oh, for me to give you this role, I would have to, you know, you have to lay with me. And I'm like, excuse you,
Yeah.
why would you want to do that? It doesn't make any sense if you ask me. And I told myself that instead of me, and that really, let me not lie, after that happened, I took a whole step. In short, it was even more than a step. I just basically said, no, this is not for me. I don't want to do this thing. I'm not acting anymore, because I felt like, is this how it works? It was in my 200 level. I already had acting in mind, you know, at that time, but then I wanted to focus on school, you know, parents now and all of that, you know, I wanted to, you know, make them happy with my results and all, but I wasn't really chasing it at that point, but I had it in mind. So this particular director comes to my DM, you know, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, is this how it works? At the point at that time, I was kind of naive, right? But
How many years
then,
ago was this?
that was 2019. Yeah, because 2018 I entered 100 level. So 2019, that was my 200 level. You know, I was a little bit naive. And when he entered my DM, you know, I went through his page and I'm like, oh, this guy is a director. Is this how it works? I was thinking, oh, is that easy? You know, and I was really happy when he reached out to me, like, you know, had a conversation. Oh, how are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm good. And he goes on to say, would you like to act? I'm like, wow, that easy. I'm like, oh, yes, you know, it's like somebody just told him about me,
Yeah.
and then you're reaching out.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I didn't really tell anybody much that I wanted to act and all. It was just something I had in my mind that I wanted to do. And then when he reached out to me, I was happy about it. And really, I think he told me the location or where the movie was being shot at that point, which I went. I was the first time I went, it happened. I was there as an extra. I didn't really do much. I didn't really say much, but then I was in the movie. And then the second time again, another one happened. I was still in the movie, a very small role, but yeah, I didn't think of it much because I'm just starting, so I wasn't expecting much. And then the third time, he reaches out to me like, oh, there's a shoot going on here. We want you. And I mean, the first time, second time I was there, so why not go the third one? I mean, I'm trying to, you know, get that visibility, of course, as someone who is an upcoming actor and stuff. And then I went. And then he calls me in and he's like, oh yeah, you know, I've called you once, I've called you twice, and I want you to be in another role. I'm like, okay, what's the role about? Let's go about. And then he goes ahead to say, it's a very serious one. I'm like, okay, let's start. And he's like, before anything happens, that you're not the first person, you're not going to be the last person. I'm like, you're not going to be the first. I'm not going to. So, sir, what are you saying? Like, why am I acting like a baby? Oh my God! What do you mean I'm acting like a baby? There's nothing. What do you? As in, can you just talk? What is the problem? And then he goes, why am I acting like that? It's not as if you are too fine. I'm like, what is it? And then he tries to start touching me.
Huh.
I'm like, is it because of this particular role? Or there's another role, or what exactly is going on?
He's
He's
like,
like,
you are not the first time, you will not be the
Last-
last. It's just they do and say.
yes, you know, it just made me realize that I just said, first of all, if anybody had told me, I would have not even gotten myself involved. But then again, I didn't have anything in mind. The first one you put me in, the second one you put me in. So why would I think that the third
Just
one?
learning
You understand?
yeah.
Get and this is someone I've never met before. Nobody has ever told me, oh, I sent your number to this person, or I sent your IG page to this person. He's going to reach out to you. You know, I didn't have an idea, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And then he goes, let me just tell you something. Nobody is going to take you. That's not how it's done. You're not going to be the first. You think all those people that you see acting, you think they just go. I'm like, let me tell you something, Sao. The fact that you've done it to other people, you will not. That doesn't mean it's going to happen to me as well. Thank you. I am not interested. Thank you for the ones you've put me in. I'm not interested, and let me go. And then
He was biding his time with those first two.
yes. That was trying to make me
Yes,
feel
feel
comfortable.
comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, make me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm sure that, like he said, this is not the first, this is not the second, and it's not going to be the last.
He does it to her,
And you know, the funny thing is that I'm sure there are people who have actually, you know, gotten in that space with him, and probably at one point maybe he might have taken advantage of them or not, or maybe they have willingly, all in the name of I want to act.
to get there, yeah.
And the funny thing, the annoying thing is that these people don't even give you roles that will make you sin or even visible. They might just give you one role that, and you're like,
That's if
baby,
they even end up giving you the role.
I'm just saying.
Because I've never been in
want
that
that,
position,
baby?
but I've heard stories where they will tell you so and so. We've seen certain things on set. It has never happened to me, but I remember when I was in production, I would see certain directors bring girls on set, and these girls are hopeful actors. They nobody knows them, but they're just thinking, okay, this director is working per week, and clearly he has a say in the casting room,
Yeah.
and so they clearly sleep with them, and then they expect to be.
Expect.
But then sometimes that doesn't happen for them. Sometimes, yes, they bring them on set and they act as extras. But what exactly does that do for you in the grand scheme
Yeah.
of things? It really doesn't do much.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
And that's if they even bring you on
Bring
set.
you. Just sometimes where I even hear where people say, even when they even manage to bring you on sets and you're being in the movie, like maybe they make you feel like you're acting. By the time that movie comes out, you won't even
go
see
see
yourself.
yourself.
That's the one I'm like, you say waiting. I don't understand. You mean you wasted somebody's time and you made the person feel like, oh, you're acting, and you're like, oh, see you now, and all of that, mentioning all the camera angles. And then when the movie comes out, you're waiting to
But
see
they find yourself.
You be like,
yourself.
you must have told your family members, like, I'm in this
sit,
movie, let's all sit and watch. And then when you sit and watch, you're like,
I was in this scene, oh, you guys. I was in this
I
scene.
can't
oh.
find the angle.
Oh, your parents would just be like,
Lady,
where are you now?
Do you understand?
That's-
And you want to call the director like, Oga, you wasted my time. It's not, oh my
it's
God.
so
Oh
unfair.
Lord, it's so annoying. I was so happy that I had to just tell my friends. My friends started telling me that, I can't wait for you to blow. Hey.
You go still blow, my sister. You go still blow.
blow.
Getting there. She's almost there, actually.
Oh my God.
After this experience with this director, did that hinder you from going forward with your ambition as an actor?
Oh yes, he did. Oh, I stopped. In short, I gave up. I didn't even bother anymore. In short, I forgot I wanted to act. I forgot that was part of my plan. I just focused that, okay, I'm a media person and I know I love to talk, I love to be on the camera and all of that. Let me just leave acting aside. For a very long time, that was 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. I did not bother. I did not even, I was in auditions, nothing shaked me. I don't care. If you like, tell me that the person is coming to my house to come and pick me and put me on set. I was not moved.
Because one man's action.
Yes. And I'm like, imagine how this is, like he said, I'm not the first person. And I'm sure there are so many ladies who did not allow him
Yes.
that has actually, he has killed their dream because they felt like,
yeah.
is this how it's going to be? So if this is happening now at this very, age, what happens when, and at that point I've not even developed to a particular, to the way I was still very, small and still growing and all of that. And that kind of person did that. So imagine when you've, gotten maybe to your full size or whatever it is and how it's, for like 5 years, I did not think of acting. It did not come to my head. I was just watching movies and I'm like, okay, I never even remembered that I had a dream or I had at a point in my life I wanted to be an actor. I did not, honestly. But then that action really held me back. It was just until last year, 2024, I started, putting myself out there by, going for auditions. But I feel like if that did not happen,
Yes.
I mean, before there's so many new actors we have now that are really doing so well. So that has, it just made me realize that imagine if this man did not, it just made me,
I get you. It's okay.
I guess.
It's okay.
oh Lord, I don't want to pull.
Listening to Gold, I just feel like she was narrating my experience, but in my case, it wasn't acting. I think I was 15 actually. I just got out of secondary school, and honestly, I think from when I was like 12 to 13, my visions had always been clear. I knew exactly what I wanted, and I still have so many talents. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do music. I'm going to write my book. I'm going to publish. I'm going to do a lot of things. Whoever I came across, I would tell them like, I want to do music. I want to do music because I didn't know, how to go about it. And like I said, I'm not a Nepo baby. Daddy cannot do it. So it was just like, anywhere, like I was just saying it, randomly. And I remember this particular night I went to church and I was saying it. And this brother heard me and he was like, are you serious? I want to do music. I'm like, yeah, I want to do music. He's like, okay, cool. Do you have your music? I said, yes, I've written down like tons of songs. So he's like, no problem. The next day we'll go to the studio, we'll sing. I thought he was joking. I woke up the next morning at 5 a.m. I had my bath. I was ready. I think it was at 7. He was the one that called me. he was like, yeah, you ready? Let's go for the studio. At that time, it was still like a joke. Like she said, I was like, now so easy reach. Like, no, this thing is coming too easy. It was just too good to be true. But at the same time, I was just like a 15-year-old girl. I just want to be a superstar. So I was like, okay, no problem. Let's go to the studio. Went to the studio. I recorded the song that night. It was like magic. The song came out that night.
That night?
That night.
Wow. Amazing.
I was like, is this how they do it? Oh yeah, let's go to the studio and record the second session now. Oga was now slowing down. I'm like, ginger day body, hurry up.
Please be doing it after the hot.
It was like, the next thing I started hearing is, well, I cannot continue like, sponsoring your studio session if you're not going to date me. I'm like, bro, I'm 15.
How old was this man?
I think at that time he was in university.
Oh,
Yeah, he was in university. So that we were just going back and forth on that one. I'm like, there's absolutely no way that I'll date you. Like, there's no way you'll be my first boyfriend. For a very long time, I was just in a very dark place. Yes, I was in a very dark place. I was like, what? I don't think I deserved that. But anyways, like my elder sister, she takes care of me like I'm a daughter. She was just like, don't worry, you're going to still be a superstar. I'm like, no, I have to start this thing fast. I have to start it from small. Do you understand? But I think it was my elder sister that actually, took care of me at that time and like tried to help me understand that she believes in me, that I'm going to get there. I should just not, mind the guy. And it's crazy because this guy was even asking my elder sister out at the time. I'm telling you, like, he was asking my elder sister out at the time. So it was almost like do you understand what's going on? So I decided that, okay, I was going to like drop music and like move on with my life. I decided to go to a polytechnic. I left music completely. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it anymore.
Because of one man's act?
Yes. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. If that's what I'm going to like, because I did not want to start my career with my vagina. I did not, want to go through that route. So I'm like, I'm going to look for something else to do. And if it was something that God wanted me to do, I would still get back there eventually. Of course. One agency in Nigeria reached out to me. They're like, they've seen my videos, that they love my videos. And then they gave me the number of their, is it their manager? I don't know, the owner, I don't know. They just gave me somebody's number and they're like, message them, tell the person you're from Instagram, that you got their contact from, whatever. I said, okay, no problem. I went on WhatsApp. I texted this person. If you see, my sister was even the one that constructed the official message that I sent to this man. I sent it. He was like, yeah, good that he likes the way I just, entered this DM and went straight to the point. That so him too, she's going to go straight to
And come as afraid of what?
that him too, he's going to go straight to the point. That he has seen my videos, he has seen my pictures. I'm a very fine girl, blah blah blah. I said all the things that he wanted to say, and then he's like, but are you ready to like sleep with brands? I'm like, boy, come on, like sleep with brands. What do you mean? He's like, well, if we get like brand deals with like Gucci, whatever, or like Prada, or all of these big brands, like I'm ready to like sleep with whoever I'm supposed to sleep with just to get there
In order to get the
deal. So I'm like, is that what they do? Is that how it's supposed to? At least I'm 19, so like I'm way mature than I was, at 15. I'm like, is this how they do it? He's like, yes. And then he starts mentioning some influencers, some models. He starts sending me their links and then sending evidences also that he's the one managing them. So in my mind, I'm like, so it was almost like, so if I do this thing, I'll become like this people. Do you understand? So again, I have to now start experiencing what I had experienced in like 2017, 2018. So I was like, I started crying again. I went into depression. I spoke to my sister. I was like, do you think I should do this? She was like, no, there is no way you are doing this thing. So I spoke to a lot of persons, like, because at that time, I'm not even going to lie. At that time, I started feeling like that's what girls do. And I also remember at that time, people were always like, oh, like if it doesn't, work hard for you like very easily, then it's not meant for you.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with it also. Like right now, I feel like I'm always preaching to girls, like it's okay if it's taking you, a year. It's okay if it's taking you 2 years. It's okay. Like your reality doesn't have to look like every other person's.
I know actors that were struggling for years, and right now everybody's talking about them. Everybody wants them on their project. But when they were hustling, moving from going to auditions at 3 a.m. to go and line up and be the first person at the audition, nobody was there. Is that why you now blame? Everybody's like, oh, they came out of nowhere. I'm like, no, they didn't. They've been hustling for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's very true, because after like a year, 2 years, 3 years, no music, my dad would just come. He would stand in front of our room, and he'd be like, "Why is nobody doing music in this house?"
That's hilarious.
I
The
swear
question
to
is
you,
directed to you.
every time I'm inside the house, he'll just go, like, he has done this thing like so many times. He'll stand in front of the door. He'll be like, "Why is nobody even doing music in this house?" Anytime I'm singing, "Why is nobody even doing music in this house?" Like, but I can't tell them why.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I only told my other sister.
So you never told your parents? Because
No.
The thing is, a lot of women, they're embarrassed, or they feel some sort of shame when they're abused to tell
Yes.
somebody, to tell anybody, to tell friends, to tell
Yeah.
family. In my case, I would say that a lot of people don't talk in my industry, e.g. regarding pay disparity. A lot of people don't, and I'm so thankful to people like Timmy Egbusen and Kunle Remy that have no issue talking to their colleagues about like how much they earn or how much they earned on a certain project. Because I remember having a conversation with Timmy once. I'm sure he doesn't even remember this, but we were on the set of Love in a Pandemic, and he was talking about a project that he was approached for, and he mentioned the amount that they approached him for. And back then, as of that time, when I heard the amount, he was not happy about the amount. But me, I say, God, if they can't just call me for this, you would jump. But he was just like, you're calling me to spend how many weeks on set for this amount that I would make in 2 to 3 days. So as soon as I say, Jesus, people are making this kind of money in the industry. But here's the thing, because we don't talk to each other, a lot of people don't know that there's money to be made in the industry. Everybody just think, they offered me 100,000, let me just cuckoo collect.
Yeah.
But that is not the case some of the time. People are cutting corners. People, e.g., there'll be a budget, and they can have put, maybe the character is needed for a couple of days. They've put on that budget 500,000. The producer will come and test the waters with you.
Yeah.
They'll say, "Oh, Tani, we have so we have 300,000 for this role." I feel like we should do more of putting our foot down and saying, "Oh, we should have more of a bargaining power." Saying, "Okay, you know what? This doesn't work for me. How about we do this?"
Yes.
But if we weren't hearing information from our colleagues, we wouldn't know that that was a possibility.
Yes.
So how do you see that? Does that happen in your industry?
So I won't lie. Since I finished school in 2018, I've been more of a 9 to 5 person, and I love it so much. I won't even lie, because I worked in the radio. Working in the radio space, I learned a lot. When I finished school, like I said, I didn't start off properly as a 9 to 5. More like I went to learn
Oh, I'm so
production.
sorry to cut you. That film was not Love in a Pandemic. It was Superstar with Tim.
Okay. Okay. So I started off learning production in radio. So I wasn't really put on a salary level, because that was not my main aim. I just wanted to learn, and so that I could apply for jobs and all of that and have that experience. But there was this particular job I did. But it didn't have to do with radio whatsoever. It was more like a 9 to 5, but I was more like the face of the brand.
Right.
It was a 9 to 5, right? I was going to work every day. But like I said, I was just the face of, that was my job in that place. When you're working, you know that you're working, and then over time you just have conversations. Maybe you and your colleagues, you guys have worked for a very long time, and that's a colleague that leads to friendship. And you guys started having conversation. I now heard what they are paying again. Hey, Jesus. I was like, what? I didn't even want to. I couldn't even tell her what they were paying me. Because she knows that I was working hard than everybody. Now, as the face of the brand, I had to, when you go to work in the morning, you normally, like they say, 9 to 5. Sometimes I have to stay back and work.
Yeah.
Because they have maybe a shoot to do. I go back home 12, 1. And now this shoots happen, say, if on the months where we don't have much, shoots, 3 times in a month, 2 times in a month. And I get to stay the whole day, the whole night. And you that comes to work 9 to 5 and you go home, you're being paid this, and I was disappointed,
Yeah.
and I felt really bad. I felt used. That was how I saw it. After having the conversation, she saw the expression on my face. She was like, what's up? No reason they pay. I said, what's they pay me? I don't feel say, they're supposed to reason. I got home that day. I started thinking, and I sent a mail. But of course I didn't let them know that I had a conversation already, because like there is one of the rules they will say you're not supposed to have a conversation with your colleague about your salary and all of that. So I say, okay, no problem. I went in and I sent a mail and all of that. And if I did not send that mail, they would have not increased my salary. And that was how they increased my salary.
That's a lesson. That is a lesson
Yeah.
to us.
In my mind, I was like, so you people know what you were doing.
Sometimes you should be able to tell people your worth, because
Yes.
sometimes they know your worth. They're just waiting for you to tell them.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was a conversation I had with, I can't mention her name, but somebody that's a writer in our industry. And she was being offered a certain amount. They offered her, I believe, 1.5 million to write a film, an important film. And she told them, at the time, I thought it was a decent amount of money at the time. But this is somebody she's an industry giant. And she told them there's no way in hell I would sit down with my time and write for this amount. She went back, she told them she wanted 8 million. At the end of the day, they settled on 8 million. So it was a lesson for me after she just said, I was just like, because I was telling her at that point in time of my life, I was getting gigs that I wasn't happy with. I was getting scripts that I wasn't happy with. And I felt the need to collect them because I needed money. But also, I was also telling her that there sometimes I feel shy to call an amount because I'm just like, am I really worth this?
Yeah.
She's like, you're a good actor. People know you're a good actor. Try. The boss they can say is no. Nobody's going to beat you.
Yeah, that's
So it's just a lesson to ask for what you think you are worth.
Yeah, I remember, like, I think it was this year around June. I was creating content for like a particular brand. It was a hotel and a restaurant. And when I went there, they called me in as a content creator. Now we started having a conversation, and the owner, I was speaking directly to the owner of the hotel and the restaurant, and then he was like, well, he needs me to like do marketing for him because he can see that I have marketing skill. And then as we were talking about it, I was like, oh, okay, I'm also a graphic designer. In case you guys need graphic, like, pay me for everything. Yes, pay me for everything. And then he was like, yeah, that he's very happy that, he has like 3-in-1, whatever. And then like it was now time to like as we're now proceeding, I had to like do the company's logo. Like they had one before, but I don't know, since I came in, they were like, well, they want a new logo. In my head, because it was like based on salary, right? So I was like, okay, in my head, like, I've spoken to you, you guys are paying me for everything. But then regarding the salary, we did not talk about like my graphic side. They did not include it in the salary, do you understand? But then they included both marketing and creating content creation. So when I created the logo, I created like a new letterhead, and I created a new QR code for I think it was their website. So the next day I came in, I was like, okay, so where's like, I think I came in with my invoice. And then it became a problem. It became an issue.
Why?
I don't know. He was like, well, now when we spoke, he did mention that they already have like an in-house graphic designer, which, by the way, is a guy. So I'm like, if you have like an in-house graphic designer, I'm working with you guys like full time.
Yeah.
And I sold myself. I literally pitched myself. You were like, yeah, you work with me. I don't understand. Like, am I supposed to be working for free? Do you understand? Like, I asked, am I supposed to be working for free? He was like, well, if I'm not working for free, then they'll just go back to the other guy.
What?
I'm like, you know what? I'm resigning. That day, I resigned, but I made sure I collected my money first.
So they just wanted you to be working.
You just wanted me to be working for free, like that. It was. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, I'm done with you guys. Like, I don't care if I need the money. Mommy said there's food at home. I don't care.
Let me eat first.
Let me go home. Like, there's food at home. There's food at home. I'm like, I'm done with you guys. Make sure that I collected my money. It's crazy. I don't know.
They don't move until you probably,
Yes.
make that move
You
yourself.
require it of them. You demand it.
As they know
some
your
of them
value.
They overuse you.
Yes.
They will overuse you. And you they overuse you. You overuse them. Oh, you pay me now. So you overuse me, no problem. Pay me so that even if I'm going to be bothered, I will not really. By the time I think of the
Actually, you
pay,
don't take off the money.
Yeah,
but
yes, exactly.
it's stressful, but
fine. It's fine. Let me
And then
just.
maybe you're being appreciated and stuff, but like, no, you're not even appreciating anything I'm doing because you don't want to pay. You're making it look like I'm doing trash. But it's a good thing that your colleague or like, yes, He's so I'm just
I guess in rounding up, I would like to know what advice would you give a peer or someone younger who thinks that her ambition or her success will hinder her finding love or just hinder her acceptance? What advice would you give her?
advice. Can I like tell a story?
Yes, please.
So I remember when I was I think I just turned 18. I was dating this guy, and that was like my first boyfriend ever. Like I don't know how it was so I was so attached to this guy. It was so unhealthy. And I remember like I was 18, I was celebrating. I'm like, no, I don't want to have sex. And my nigga was like, it's okay, I'm not here for that. Like, I want to marry you, like that's the goal. And then like in the course of the relationship, I think we were like 3 months gone, and like the pressure starts, like he's on my neck. It's like trying to get me to like lay with him and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Like I told you this thing from the beginning. Like, why did you lure me in? Then he was like, well, he thought that, maybe eventually I'll change my mind and, want to give in. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So like the relationship was so toxic. We would go back and forth. We're always, breaking up, making up. He would break up with me. He would come back, beg. I would take him back, and then it was back to the same cycle. So I've been struggling, with my mental health for like a very long time. So I remember this particular day. I don't even think we were together at that time, but like we went somewhere together. We were in the cab and we're coming back. And then he just brought up the topic all of a sudden. He was like, that like, why do I not want to do this with him? That he really likes me. He wants to get married to me, stuff like that. And I'm just like, but I don't want to do this thing. Like, you can't force me to do this thing. And the next thing that comes out of his mouth was, well, it's not like you have anything else to offer. And I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at this nigga. Like I don't understand. It's like, yeah, like what else do you bring to the table if you cannot, do this? This is the same broke nigga that is trying to like, he has not even go into music, and I'm, calling my entire siblings to like dance to his song and post on their TikTok account. So
Please.
God. Oh Lord, why did you bring me to this place? Oh Jesus.
No. It's crazy to me because do you know why I'm saying this? Because at the time when he said I did not have anything to offer, I believed. I believed that shattered my self-esteem. That like I was so attached to this nigga. You don't even understand. Like I introduced him to my mom. I thought I was going to get married to him. And I remember like I said, like ever since I was like 12 to 13, I have like a journal, like a diary where I had written down everything that I wanted to do, music, acting, modeling, whatever. And then like when I met this nigga, I told him, all of my dreams. And he was basically like, well, I can't deal with a lady, that is in the media, that is in the entertainment industry. I don't want to get married to her. I don't want to have anything to do with women like that. And so I had to just throw that to the side. Yes, I stopped. Like, I feel like he even like it just gave me an maybe an opportunity to like just let go of the whole music stuff. Mind you, this nigga was also pursuing a music. So when we were together, in my head, I'm like, okay, this did not work out like 3 or 2 years ago because of the.
I would think if you could even do Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Exactly, that was what I thought. Also, that was why I'm like, you know what? And before we started dating, he knew I was into music because he actually listened to the one track that I released. So in my mind, I'm like, of course, like we could do this thing together. Like you're my partner. Like let's.
Yeah.
And then like now I'm in the relationship, that I'm so attached, because that was not love, that I'm so attached to you. And now you're telling me to, drop all of the dreams that I had, and honestly, I did. Like, I removed my mind completely. And I feel like that was why I was so depressed at that time, because I lost myself completely in that relationship, because I was trying to like, please him, right?
Exactly.
You deserve so much more. You don't need no validation from any man. You will do exactly what you want to do. You will succeed at it. It may take time, and it's okay.
But it will happen.
But you will get there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it is you want to do it. You might have challenges, distractions. Some people would come in the form of being an angel, but they are devils. But trust me, it's only going to be a process. Whether you want to be a lawyer, whether you want to be an entertainer, you want to be an actor, whatever it is. I mean, I feel like experiences even make us even
Better,
better.
yes,
And
yeah.
we use this experience we've had over time to get
Grow
back
upon
and
it. Yeah,
exactly. So I just feel like do whatever it is you want to do. As far as it's making you
Happy.
right?
Yes.
Just do it. Don't as far as it's not to the detriment of whoever it is that is beside you or in front of you or whatever it is. Because like I said, you would meet people, you would meet a lot of
Yes.
people, and you will have a lot of advice.
Yes.
People will tell you do left, do right, do up, do down. At the end of the day, like they used to say, they'll give me plenty of advice. It's the one that I want to take that I will
That you will
take.
take.
They will not force me. But then just don't limit yourself, because let me not lie, I limited myself a lot, a whole lot. And
Yeah, I did
whenever I think about it, I feel bad. But then again, there is no, how do I put it? I don't want to say I regret. I do not regret it, because it is one nonsense person that puts me, made me feel like, oh, this is not going to work. But then again, I told myself that it's not going to continue like this. The only way I would not, this acting thing is not going to work for me is if I don't put in the effort.
Yes.
Because like they say, no director or no producer is going to come into your house and knock and say, come, I need you. I need you. Understand? So I have to put myself, put yourself out there. If it's something you need, do it, because there's money everywhere. If you don't, put yourself, nobody would see you. Nobody would see you at all. So do what you have to do, no matter the advice, no matter what it is that is happening, just,
Yeah. I
live
feel like
it.
one of the things I struggled, or we struggled with, was, thinking that if it did not happen a certain way, then it cannot happen.
There's several ways it can happen.
So I'm just sad that I realized that, and I thank God so much. So yeah, if anybody's watching this, they should know that if he doesn't go the way you want it, he'll go the way God wants it, which is going to be better.
Yes, much better.
Just believe.
Yeah, believe.
And then what I would also say is that the right partner would support you. The right partner would not tear you down.
Oh my God.
I remember being in my last relationship that was ages ago.
Yeah.
My last relationship, my partner at the time and I were living together.
Okay.
And I remember I was still in production at the time. I was behind the scenes, but everybody knew that I wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
And I remember sometimes I would have doubts. I had started acting, but it was still a little shaky. My partner at the time was my biggest fan. Even when I didn't believe in myself, he would be the one cheering me on.
Yeah.
I would do auditions. He would watch my auditions. He was a writer. He would watch my auditions. He would make notes. We would do it again together. He would read for the other person, and I would play the character that I was auditioning for. But a lot of the times, that is not the case in some relationships. You don't have a supportive partner. So you are just there thinking, oh, I want to do this, but your partner is tearing you down. That is not the case.
Yeah.
That should not be the case.
Yeah.
You should have people that root for you and are constantly challenging you to be a better version of yourselves. When I was saying, oh, I want to be an actor, I want to take my acting seriously, but I am in production and I never have time to go for auditions. I never have time to go on other people's sets. My partner said, are you willing to quit?
Oh.
And to be honest, at that time, I wasn't sure I wanted to quit, because I'm just like, I'm not going to be making money when I quit production, because I'm going to be going for auditions. And he's like, I'm willing to support you. Quit the production. It's actually what you want to do. We are here together. We are living here together. And that is what I pray for everybody, to be honest. You have a supportive partner that roots for you more than you even root for yourself. Okay, so we have come to the end of today's very, very packed episode. I want to thank my co-hosts for joining us. Say thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really had a great conversation. I really enjoyed listening to you. That people have gist for days. I love it so much.
Actually, that's why my friends love me, because I have all the stories in this world. I can't talk.
I love it. So thank you guys so much for watching. And with that, we say, that's what she said. Clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it.
That's what she said.